students, welcome to Knowledge Time classes. In this video, we are going to solve the numericals of electricity chapter. Before starting with the numericals, we should know all the formulas, then things will become very easy. Okay, so now what is your first formula? V is equal to, for potential difference or PD, V is equal to W upon Q, unit will be volts. So you get W is equal to V into Q, unit will be joules. I is equal to Q upon T. So Q is equal to I into T. V is equal to I into R. It is Ohm's law. How we remember this? V is equal to I into R. V2 is equal to IR. So you remember V2 is equal to IR. So V is equal to I into R. So from this formula you get I is equal to V upon R, and you get R is equal to V upon I. What is the unit of R? R is nothing but the resistance, and resistance unit is ohm. There is one more formula for resistance. Resistance is equal to rho L upon A, where rho is the specific resistance. Unit of resistance is ohm, and unit of specific resistance is ohm meter. So rho will be R into A divided by L. Then we have connection in series. Equivalent resistance is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 up till Rn if n resistances are connected, and if it is parallel, then 1 upon Rb is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Heat generated by Joule's law is given by I square RT. Power will be heat upon time. So I square RT upon T, it will be I square R. If we substitute the value of I into R is equal to V, you get VI, or you get the same as V square upon R. So this is again one important type of formula. If you know V and R, you will use the formula V square upon R. If you know V and I, you will use the formula V into I. If you know I and R, you will use the formula I square into R. So you should first see what all things are given in the question, and based on that you will find out. Last is kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour is nothing but electrical energy that we consume, and the formula for that is power in kilowatts. So suppose the power is given in watts, then you have to divide it in 1000. Multiply by number of hours. So if it is given in a day, it is used for 5 hours. So if it is given only for one day, then you will use number of hours as 5 and number of days as 1 only. But if say it is in the month of April, so in the month of April, how many days are there? Say it is 30. Okay, so if 30 days are there, then you will multiply it by 30. Okay, if 31 days are there in particular month, you will have to multiply by 31. If it is given in the month of April, it is used for 15 days, then you will use 15, multiply. So this whole formulas, if you know thoroughly, these sums are very easy. Numericals of electricity chapter are very easy. We will be solving all the in-text questions, solved example and exercise questions. So one by one we will be solving in-text question, exercise problems, and as well as So let us start with the solved example. Solved example 12.1. What is given? A current of 0.5 ampere is drawn by a filament of an electric bulb for 10 minutes. Find the amount of electric charge that flows through the circuit. So current is given 0.5 ampere, time is 10 minutes. Now always remember, in SI unit your time is in seconds. So first you have to convert minutes into seconds. So this will be 10 multiplied by 60. So this is equal to 600 seconds. Now you want to find the charge. How much charge is flowing? So formula, if you know I and T, what is the formula for charge? Charge is equal to I into T. So we know Q is equal to I multiplied by T. Therefore Q is equal to, how much is I? 0.5 multiplied by T is how many? 600 seconds. So Q is equal to 0.5 into 600. So it will be 3.0 into 100. So this will be 300 coulomb, or you will write 300 C coulomb. Charge will be 300 coulomb. Please note down this sum. These sums they usually come for 1 or 2 marks, and they are only formula oriented, which are very easy sums. Please note down this sum. Calculate the number of electrons in 1 coulomb charge. This is again a very important question. How many electrons are there in 1 coulomb charge? So we know that in one, the charge on one electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. The charge on one electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. We want to find how many electrons are there in 1 coulomb charge. So let there be x electrons. So 1 electron is having 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. X electron is having 1 coulomb charge. You want 1 coulomb. So now if you cross multiply, you get 1 is equal to x multiplied by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. Therefore 1 upon 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 is equal to x, or x is equal to 1 upon 1.6 into 10 raised to positive 19. So this I will write it as 10 raised to 19. I will write 100 1 upon 1.6 into 10 into 10 into 10 raised to 19. So this becomes 10 upon 16 multiplied by 10 raised to 19. 2 5s are 2, 8s are, it will be 0.86 are 48, 2, 8 2s are 16, 4, 8 5s are 40 into 10 raised to 19. So this becomes 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electrons. So how many electrons are there in 1 coulomb charge? 6.25 into 10 raised to 18. Suppose they are asking you how many electrons are there, or how many electrons are there in 2 coulomb charge. So here instead of 1 you will write 2 and you will cross multiply. Suppose they are asking how many electrons are there in 5 coulomb charge. Then here you will write 5 and you will cross multiply. Some question can come, what is the charge on 10 electrons? So what, instead of x you will write 10 and then you will cross multiply and you will get the answer of charge. So this is how you are going to use this ratio. So remember this, 1 electron carries 1.6 into 10 raised to 19 minus 19 coulomb charge. Based on this data you can solve any sum. Okay, please note down this sum, and this sum is actually very important. It comes many a times in the exam in various forms. Just now it is written what is the charge or how many electrons are there in 1 coulomb charge. They can ask how many electrons are there in 2 or 5 or 10 coulomb charge. Okay, please note down. Thank you.